gun, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. Jet, we Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Face, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring, sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? Listen, Monday morning, midday show. You already know this is your boy Scotty. Appreciate you for tuning in. Listen, I'm back again. I guess like I went away, I came back, I did what I did, I do what I do, you know what I'm saying? But watch my shoes, okay? So it's been a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time coming. I got a little story time on my little hiatus, part 2. All right. But it's just funny to me. All right. You know how I got to start off. It's just really funny to me. While I've been gone, I've been doing a lot of, I keep it a buck. I've been, I've been sneaking on, jumping on other people's YouTube. And it's just real funny. Nobody's chat be bumping like mine. Now, listen, people's chats be bumping, but they always be bumping about me. Like, I'll be on other people's streams, and I'm like, why people bumping about me? I haven't even said anything. I've been gone. I've been away. And somehow it always comes back to me. I'm like, what the hell did I do to you? But anyway, that's how you know you impactful in these streets. I just want to let you know that. Like, just want to let you know that. That's when you know you the shit with everybody else. You ain't done nothing to nobody, but somebody ain't talking about you. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? They said you're nobody till somebody kills you. That's what they say. That's what they say. They say you're nobody till somebody kills you. I'm just saying. Anyway, all right. So, but I want to say something. It's just real funny that my chat, like, people jumping in here. Jack State fans, they come in already swinging. Listen? You about to make me start with you, Bama's, and it's supposed to be an Alabama A&M spring review. But I got time today. Oh, you done picked the right one. See, I was going to start with a little story time. I had it all set up in my head. But Jack State fans want to come here and do some extra shit. So let's start with it, Jackson. Let's start with it. Since you want to jump in and run your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Since Jack State fans all they want to do is come in here and bump their gums, is your game going to be on ESPN? That is the real question. Okay? That is the real question. ESPN 3, 4, Ocho, DS, I don't know. That is the real question. See, when you come in, you want to step your foot in some people. I got you. I got time for you today. Oh, I got time for you. Because I knew you Bamas couldn't stop. Even on my days off, you Bamas couldn't stop. But that's the real question. You got something to say about everybody. But is the game going to be on ESPN? Don't worry, we're all waiting. Since it's about you. Oh no. See. Oh, I got time today. Okay, I got time today, right? Because when the coach that shall be not named was touched down at 1400 Lynch Street, all I heard was, Scotty, we've been a brand. We've been here. We've been doing this. This is nothing new to us. So then I ask, why are you not on ESPN if you've been a brand? If you never said to me. Oh, not to me. Not to me. Not to me. Because there's a white school out yonder that was never on ESPN that is getting on ESPN the same way a black school with block square letters was doing the same thing. And the caucus of the mountains are quick to say it's because of Dion. But when he was at the black school and they just so happened to be on ESPN, they said it was because of them. Now, it's just very curious to me. I'm just very curious. It seems like the coach that should not be named, he's an upgrader. That's what it looks like. It looks like wherever he goes, the girl gets upgraded. I would say that. I would say that. So I'm just curious. I'm I'm curious of just what's been going on here lately. Since you guys want to start with the shit, okay, we can start with, I didn't even want to go there, but we can go there if y'all want to go there. All right. So, question of the day for Easter weekend was not, is Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior? It was not, did Jesus Christ rise on the third day? No. The real question of Easter weekend is the Jackson State game going to actually be on ESPN and not the Jackson State Sports Network? Okay? Because the other questions we already know the answer to. Ooh, got him, zing. Those are rhetorical questions other than the Jackson State game actually being on ESPN, okay? Since y'all want to start with me, I'm going to finish with y'all, okay? Okay. Now let's get back into today's show, because y'all threw a curveball in my plans, but I'm hitting home runs anyway. And that's for baseball season. Okay. But once again, Jackson, I keep telling y'all.
No, I got you. Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crumble.
Everything you Bama's think about is gonna crumble because of the curse of prime. I'm just trying to tell y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all. Everything you touch gonna crumble. Curse of prime is real. Y'all think I'm playing. And it starts with the ESPN. See how many games y'all Bama's gonna be on ESPN this year. Since you're the brand. Okay. More like champion. Listen. I got time today. Y'all really got me going. My jokes is here. Okay, I'm here. You guys, listen, Jackson. You're champion. Okay, you were hot for a minute. Now you back at Walmart. Okay, you champion. It's okay. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with getting a little champion for Walmart back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all was until Prime came. Y'all was champion at Walmart. Let's not act like we seen these kids rock champion when we was growing up. Champion was at Walmart. Okay? That's what Jackson is. Jackson is champion at Walmart. Y'all ass is going back to the clearance bin. Okay? Back to the clearance bin. Stop playing with me, man. Y'all Jackson State fans, don't play with me. Don't play with me today. Don't play with me today. I wasn't even going to come for y'all. I really wasn't. I was really here for A&M foolishness. I was here for the A&M foolishness. But then y'all want to start. Okay? Y'all want to start. But I got time today. Oh, man. Ooh. Ooh, let's get it. All right. So, midday show. Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, okay? Got a little story time. Hope everybody had a great Easter weekend, right? Once again, I hope you went to church, did a little something. You know, even if it's one time out the year, let's go talk to your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He wants to hear from you, even from Jackson State fans praying that they're on ESPN. Continuing on. All right, listen, story time. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Y'all already know what it is. I love what Michael Todd says. I keep it hot. Humble, open, and transparent. Humble, I'm trying to work on that. I really am. But other than that, open and transparent, you got me, right? So let me tell you what's been going on with me. All right. Before I get into this Alabama A&M spring game review. What's been going on with me is I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Kofi's death has really, really shaken me up. And the reason it's shaking me up because, one, I've never lost a friend that close, right? Like day-to-day type stuff. Like, I just talked to you. You know, when you lose a friend, it's usually like, man, I haven't heard from him since high school. You know, those type of situations, right? But, you know, dealing with the day-to-day and having a show with Kofi and meeting his family and being close with his mom, it just really has been messing with me, right? So a lot of things has been going on in my head, and even questioning, like, because what happens for me, right, is I never want to be that guy that shows up to the funeral acts like they all like, oh my God, like he was all this and that. And then you go back to your normal day life and you just forget about people. Right. And I didn't want off script to feel like that. I didn't want to feel like I was using Kofi and like he wasn't a true friend of mine, because he was a true friend. Like, he was a true friend. I called him. He called me. He spoke life into me, spoke life into Key, our relationship, my kids, you know what I'm saying, would pray for me, all type of situations. So I couldn't bring myself to just jump back into the groove and make, and I didn't want people to think that like it didn't matter to me, because it mattered. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want people to be like, oh, he was doing it for clout. Or no, Kofi really mattered to me. And it's just been very difficult to try to find the energy just to come back, you know what I'm saying, just to come back and do it on the day-to-day grind of giving you shows and giving you energy, because I didn't want to feel like it was I was false claiming something, or like, oh, you know, like. But I gotta give you, I gotta give a new friend a lot of credit. And once again, I want to appreciate everybody who's always reached out and just checked on me. You know, my boy Monty, Mr. Drano, you know, shout out to Mr. Hobson who texted me. But I want to give a shout out to Mr. Bugs. He told me a story about a very personal tragedy that he told me. And I won't go into what he told me because that's his personal business, but he told me a story and it really touched me. And he was like, he's going to trust God even through this. And I'm talking about, I mean, he lost somebody, you know what I'm saying, very close to him. And it shook him. But even in the midst of that, he said, I'm still going to trust God through this. And that I was toiling with that, because it was difficult, because I'm like, you know, I didn't understand why he gave me Kofi for such a short time. You know what I'm saying? And that was my issue. Like, I was toiling with that. Like, you gave him to me for such a short time, and then I'm supposed to just keep on rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really was bothering me. So, but what he said to me really, really resonated, and it really made me think like, I'm still going to trust God even through this and even through this time. And that's what Kofi would tell anybody. That's the beautiful thing about it. If Kofi was still here and I lost another friend, he would have told me, you know, God don't make mistakes, and God, you know, knows what you can handle and what you can burden, and he wouldn't have put that on you if he couldn't. And at the end of the day, he still got. So I want to tell Mr. Bugs, thank you for that story. You don't understand how much that is propelled me to even come on here today. And I'm going to tell people like this. If anybody has an issue for what I do for my show going forward, I love Kofi. Kofi is always going to be a part of me. Kofi is always going to be a part of OffScript. But at the end of the day, this, hey, what's that song? You know what I'm saying? And this is no disrespect to my boy Kofi, but you already know what it is. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I gotta play it, you know what I'm saying? See if I can get it going. Why my stuff never want to work when I need it to work?
They really don't give a fuck. So if you wanna leave, baby, go ahead and leave. Yeah. There's one thing that I found out.
I can't have one woman, gotta have three. All right, gotta keep on rolling. All right, that's what you gotta keep on rolling. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get into it today. That's my little story time for today. So listen, guys, you're not gonna see too many more hiatuses from me. If there's something to talk about, your boy Scotty gonna be right here in effect. All right, it's always love. It's always my guy Kofi. Rest in peace. I love you, man. And let's keep it rolling. All right. So I'm gonna just tell y'all right now. So if you a friend, Paris, Ty, Hezekiah, Mike, y'all mean a lot to me, man. Oh, Mr. Campbell, Mr. D, y'all mean a lot to me. Don't be coming out of here early. All right, don't be coming out of here early. Don't be checking up out of here early, please and thank you. Okay, please, I would really appreciate if y'all been stayed around for a long time. Okay, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So Perry too. Man, listen, Perry, don't be coming out here. Don't be checking up out of me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Sergeant, you know what I'm saying? Gabe, who else? Who else? All y'all Bamas, man. Don't be checking up out of here early on me, man. You know, I'm you know, I'm a pretty emotional dude, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm cold-blooded, but I'm a little emotional. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. All right, let's get into it today. Let's talk about the Alabama. Okay, now, Ty. Let me preference my comments. Ty, listen. Listen, Ty. This is the point of the show where you can choose to stay or you can choose to leave. Okay, Ty, I'm gonna give you that benefit of the doubt. You have, you know, when they say you can hide the kids, hide your wife, you know, please, you know, when in the news part, like the material you're about to witness is graphic and offensive. Please, if there's any little children around, you know, hey, listen, I am giving you that courtesy. Okay, I'm giving you the courtesy. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I just want to make sure you know you're my girl. So I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? So just wanted to give you that courtesy. All right, let's get into the spring game review. And first, let me say this. Shout out to my boy Chauncey for doing the broadcast. Shout out to A&M production team for actually showing the freaking game. I'm going to get into that because, listen, man, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Dr. McNugget is not in your best interest. I'm just gonna say that. We're gonna pause on that, and we're gonna come back. But I'm just telling you right now, he's doing you a very disservice. But I'm gonna get to that because once again, I got great ideas. I'm going to give them to you for free, and them Bamas ain't going to use it. Shout out to Paul Bryant, the athletic director of A&M, who sees the value of putting the spring game on YouTube. Just want to say that. Shout out to him because a lot of other athletic directors have not done that. Roman Banks! How does that Bama even still have a job? That's not what we're here today for. A&M. Ooh, I'm sorry. Ooh, yeah, I'm new. I'm just trying to get back into the flow of doing this. So I just don't know how that Bama still has a job. Anyway, okay. White offensive standouts, right? This is just me, my offensive standouts for the game. Listen. That boy DJ Moffitt. Hey, listen. There's a thing in the NFL. And they like have a practice squad. If I was any team in the SWAC, listen, I am tampering, okay? Do you hear what I'm saying? If I am any team in the SWAC, I am tampering with DJ Moffitt. That boy is like that, okay? DJ Moffitt, 20 was okay. But Moffitt, he looked like a true running back. If I'm any team in the SWAC that does not have a running back, damn it, I am in his Instagram DMs tonight. That kid is a problem. Now, A&M's defense could be that bad. That's a possibility. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a possibility that A&M's defense could be that bad. But I just think that kid is just that damn good. All right. I just think that kid is just that damn good. DJ Moffitt, and you add him with the kid from Michigan State, that is, that tandem is going to be something serious. Eaglin and Moffitt, I'm telling you, watch out for that kid. Braxton Tolliver, QBX is Xavier Langford. Thank you guys. Come on, man. It's X, man. Like, it's just, everybody just calls him X, man. So, number 13, Braxton Tolliver. Now, this is a kind of a shimmy between the kid's a speedster, right? I don't know if the DBs are just that bad or he just that damn good, but I got to give him credit because he was burning everybody. And I want to lean on the DBs being that bad because there's a history at A&M for them having bad defensive backs. So I'm not going to take too much away from Tolliver because I do think he's a speedster. I do think he's a great second level receiver to take the top off, but let's preference those with A&M really having bad defensive backs. And that was the theme of this game, bad defensive backs. So, whoo, oh, yeah. All right, and last but not least, Xavier, number 16. Let me say this, and I want to make this caveat. I do think Xavier has taken a step forward, right? I do believe that. But at the same, and listen, I really hope Xavier does not take this as disrespect, because I think he fits whatever A&M is trying to do. But I look at it like this. If Xavier Langford is your guy, like he's like, hey, this is my guy. There's 12 schools in the SWAC. He's probably, yeah, he's low. He's low. He's low rated because he doesn't. The thing about Xavier to me is, once again, he had a great spring. But you can like, if you know what you're watching, you see the deficiencies in his game. He doesn't make the routine naturally, right? Like just the simple out routes. He doesn't throw those routinely, and he's more of a mobile guy to get open. Like he's more of a, like, if you had a triple option type of system, he's more that type of quarterback than just a straight style of which A&M likes to play, which is drop back, catch and throws. And that's not his style. That is really not his style. So seeing him get out in the move and run and mobile, that's where you see the best versions of Xavier Langford. So hopefully going forward, A&M does more things that benefit him and make easier reads for him. But if you watched it in its entirety, there's just certain throws that he makes you just like, that's not a good throw. It's not, like, no ifs and buts about it. It's just not a good throw. He doesn't have the arm strength. He doesn't have the arm talent. But if they can fit it around this is the key. It's not to make him into what you want him. It's to build an offense around his skill set. And what he does very well, running, throwing off the move, easy reads. If you can build it around Xavier and build it around the running attack that they have the triple option on, that A&M could be very scary. Let me say that. If Connell Maynor is more concerned with running his offense than running an offense fitted to Xavier, then he's screwed. He's screwed. But if you build that offense around the run game, triple option, and making throws off of it, you might have something. You might really have something. I'm going to be very honest with that. So I'm just going to say that right now. The Maroon team, it's only one guy. It's only one guy. If you watch the Maroon offense, it's only one guy that was worth talking about, and it was wide receiver number 3, Donovan White. That was it. That was absolutely it. The kid, listen, oh my God, he made this over in the rain. Okay, first of all, let me talk to these receivers, guys. Listen, receivers, okay? If you're wearing gloves in the rain, you're not a real receiver. I've played the position. It is hard to feel the ball when you have an extra padding, because in the rain, right, when your gloves get oversaturated, come on, we all know the tack that you want to have on it, you can't feel for it, right? That's why in the regular game, when it's dry out, you spit on them to make them tacky so you can catch those balls. But in the rain, you have to leave the gloves at home, okay? You have to leave the gloves at home and just catch with your hands so you can feel the ball. You got to. You just got to. All right? You got to make better. You got to leave the gloves at home, catch the ball with your hands, and go back to the old ways. All right? I'm just telling you what it is. You take it for it. It was a lot of drop balls out there, and the reason you drop balls is because it is what it is. But let me say this. Okay. All right. Listen. My man Donovan Wright caught her over the shoulder and then literally threw the guy down and stepped into the end zone like, This is what I do. Listen, Donovan Wright was making plays. The kid needs to be on the field. Okay, I don't know what you need to do. Put the kid on the field. Had a 2-point conversion fade, caught it one-handed. Listen, the kid needs to be on the freaking field. He's like that, okay? And it kind of reminds me of like when you look at people like measurables, but they don't make the plays that you expect them to make. But then you got people that you're like, I don't really know about the kid, and all they do is make plays. That to me is Donovan Wright. He just made plays, okay? You just make plays. Like you can't. If the name of the game is to make plays to stand out, that's what Donovan Wright did. And if I'm a swag team and I need a receiver, I'm in his DMs. No homo. I'm in his DMs. I'm reaching out. Hey, if they not gonna give you an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want your coach all in the interviews, all up in the screen time, you know what I'm saying? Come to wherever else. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on his DMs. I'm just telling y'all. Take it how you want. I'll be in his DMs. So that's just me. Now, defensive standouts. Listen, man. There was only really to me, one kid that when I saw, I was just like, yo, who is that? And it was number 10, Shaquem Pace. Now, y'all might have your other people. This kid, Jesus freaking Christ, like he just looks like a star. All right, he reminds me of like when you let's keep it a buck, man. We all stereotype. He plays DN. I'm sorry, he plays DN. All right, he plays DN. We all stereotype, right? If you're on the track team and you step out on the field and you see a kid with dreads, you're like, he fast, right? If you go to basketball, you know what I'm saying, and you got a tall dude, you're like, oh, he's good, right? We all do it. This kid just physically, he got the dreads coming out the back of the helmet. He got the size. Now, once again, I don't know if it's the Alabama A&M offensive line being that bad. I don't know because how spring games work is like, you draft, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I want him. So he wasn't going against the first team offensive line. But that being said, the kid is nice, okay? The kid, he got the physical size, he got the speed, he got the hand placement. I would like to see a little bit more of him in a regular game against some some tackles or whatever. But just off the snippet of watching him, man, the kid was nice. The kid was nice. I gotta give him credit. He's nice. He's nice. So that was just a few things. All right. So this is my spring game grade. All right. This is my spring game grade. Offensive C. All right. Offensive C. Defensive C-, and the production, which means like showing the game, I gave it a B because one, they tried. And half the battle is trying. Yeah, but nobody stood out. To me, I'm just telling you, like, nobody stood out to me, right? Nobody stood out to me. But defense C-, offense C. Let me speak to Tucker, right? Because I know a lot of people who watch the spring game, the Maroon team. The kid they had for the Maroon team was a freshman, right? What I've noticed about the freshman was this. When he sets his feet, he's a pretty good thrower. All right? Pretty good thrower. Pretty elusive for a slow guy. Okay? He was getting sacked, but he was pretty elusive for like a long, lanky, slow guy. His arm is a little iffy. Like some throws that you just expect a quarterback to make, he couldn't make it. But then you see him roll out to his left and just throw a straight dart. And you're like, what the hell? Like, it was so inconsistent. But I think he's rough and raw. No homo, right? I think he's rough and raw. To a point where he just needs some development. He needs to be more comfortable in the pocket and be able to make consistently in routine throws. Like, he did have a lot of drops. Because if I'm being honest, his stats could have been a lot better if he didn't have all the drops that he had. Because he threw a ball that I think the receiver number 2, he made an adjustment at midfield and straight dropped it. I mean, like, straight, it was in his hands, and it was just him and Jesus in front of him, and he just straight dropped it. Dude's doing like comebacks on the sideline, going through there. He had a lot of drops. So let's just be mindful of that. A lot of drops. So, but I do think that kid is tough. I do think that he has some potential. He just has to get comfortable. I just love his elusiveness. Like, he was spinning out of a lot of sacks. He had an innate ability to spin out. And so I do like his elusiveness. Yeah, that was it was a bad drop. Oh God, that was such a horrible drop. It was a touchdown if the kid catches that. It was just straight bad drop. So offensively, I gave it a C. And defensively, I gave it a C-. And this is why I gave it a C-, right? Now, I don't know about y'all, but I just think the white team was doing too much. Now, the white team was coached by Kenneth Boulware on the defense side of the ball. But I just felt he was doing a lot, like in a spring game. So if I'm being honest, and I know a lot of coaches watch this show, if you go watch the spring game, you're probably going to find out their whole scheme. If you go watch A&M spring game, you would realistically see their scheme. All the movement, all the shifting. I'm like, why would you show this in a spring game? Even though you kind of know that's what they did in the regular season, but I just thought he showed a lot in the spring game on defense when the game is just like, it's just literally a glorified practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying don't do anything. Maybe just shift the line back and forth, but he was dropping his DN to linebacker, and I'm looking at it like, oh, okay. Like, if I was an offensive coordinator going against A&M, okay, I should be expecting that. I should be expecting, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be teaching my team not to react to the shift. You know it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just little things like, that's just me. Maybe I'm over a little analytical or critical or whatever. I didn't think that was a good look defensively. Now, if you want to blitz, cool, but just doing all the shifting and stuff, because we know that's what you're going to do in the regular season because you did most of it last season anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's little things like that I didn't agree with. But the secondary, now I don't know if, like, their secondary, first of all, I want to be very clear. There was the play to me, one of the plays that I liked, a couple plays that I liked, was the safety. I think his number was 26 or 24. Comes down in the alleyway and just feels the hole, like, bang. Like, I was just like, oh, whoa, that was a good hit. But the same kid dropped like 2 picks. I'm like, bro, it looked like the ball was beating you inside the head. Like arrest the ball for domestic violence. Like, it's just him and the ball. He jumped, the ball go boom, 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 boom. Hits literally every part of his body before it hits the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, what are we doing? Now, word on the street is that they took a kid from the quarterback position to put him at safety. I think his number is number 1. He actually looked pretty damn good. I didn't even listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know they moved him. Right? I just, in my notes, I said, hey, number 1 is nice. Shout out to my boy Cam, because he texted me. He's like, hey, they moved the kid from Buffalo to safety or to linebacker, whatever they moved him to. But his number is number 1. And he was making some plays. I was like, number 1's nice. That's all I said in my notes. I was like, oh, number 1 is nice. I didn't know he was a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, QB, you got a future on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, don't, hey, DMV, you're good with me anyway. DMV, you're good with me anyway. But I just want to say that real quick because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I ain't want to change, da-da. You didn't look too damn bad on defense. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, he played safety in his high school. He had no choice but to play. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, thanks, Chauncey. Shout out to Chauncey for doing the broadcast as well. You and your guy, y'all did an awesome job, man. Awesome. It was funny, like, man, I can't see the numbers from up here. That was pretty funny. I did enjoy y'all commentary. But he didn't look too bad playing defense at all. So if he played safety, he needs to go back to that position. He looks damn good playing it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You look damn good. So shout out to them. Now, just my overall thoughts on the game. Listen, I think I'm gonna say this. For there to be 3 former quarterbacks on this staff, I'm realizing there's two of the hardest things in sports is 1, to hit a baseball, and 2, to find a quarterback in HBCU. Those are the 2 hardest things in sports, okay? 1, to hit a baseball, and 2, to find a quarterback in HBCU. Because for you to have 3 former quarterbacks on this staff, and I mean, come on, man. Like, you can't find nobody. And if we really being honest, we can't even give you a kill. Because Maynard didn't even recruit a kill. If we're being honest, so I can't even give you a kill glass. From what the rumors that I was told was that Willie Titan got a kill to A&M. That's just word on the street. That's what I'm hearing. I'm word on the street. I can't neither confirm it or not, but that's what I've been told. All right. So it's just not looking very recruited. Okay, it was recruited by Spady. Okay. So we can't even give you that. Like, you might have, you recruiting you got 3 former quarterbacks. Somebody got to pan out, right? So it's just bad to me to see. Let's think about this, right? That's like Eddie Robb at Alabama State, like his defense being bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, Eddie Robb played linebacker in the NFL, and his defense being bad. That's where it's in the same boat. Maynard played high-level quarterbacking, right? The stunt double. He loved bringing up the jersey. Willie Beeman stunt double in any given Sunday. And you cannot find nor cultivate a quarterback. It is sad. It's sad. It really is. So that needs to be fixed. Defensively, listen, man, them DBs, man, you need to start having players play both ways. That Hambrick, you need to have Hambrick play both ways. You need to see if number 3 can play both ways. Like, because some of them DBs are not good. Okay? Not good at all. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But overall, man, I think it was okay. I know it kind of was a bummer that the rain was out. I know there were still some people out there. I don't know if it was 200 people like the commentator said, Chauncey. You didn't say it. Your guy said he's like, there's over 200 people here. I don't believe it was 200 people at a rainy spring game in Alabama A&M. I highly doubt that. But shout out to them for whoever showed up. And listen, at the end of the day, can I give – listen, you got to give flowers when they're due. Shout out to the AD for putting the game on YouTube, right? And let me say this. Okay, here we go. I'm going to save it. Nope. Okay, I'm going to say it. All right, so listen, this is my issue, right? And people are always going to disagree with me. They're going to be like, oh, Scotty, we'll do it. All right. This is my thing, right? When it comes to HBCU stuff, you have to, I'm going to keep saying this, you have to value your own product. And this is my issue with what the SWAC does not do, and what the MEAC does not do, and what the CIAA does not do, and what the SIAC does not do. You have to cultivate your own community with your own product, right? You listen, this is going to sound really bad, but stay with me. You got to sell drugs to your own community, right? You know people are feeding for football, so you got to be the supplier. This is what I mean by that. There is no reason that every spring game should not be televised on the school's YouTube page. Every game should be televised. And then once that happens, right, you should put it underneath the SWAC umbrella, or the MEAC umbrella, or the CIAA umbrella, or the SIAC umbrella. So when that happens, I can go to the SWAC.org and click on Jackson and click on the freaking spring game. That's how this thing should work. That's all the SEC network is. That's all the ACC network is that you can listen, man. There's no reason for no freaking excuses. Why? Because you have to televise your own game to ESPN any freaking way. Any freaking way. Every school has the capability to show their own game. You know how I know? Because you're sending the shit to ESPN every freaking time. So if you just simply record the game, even if you don't broadcast it live, listen to me. Even if you don't want to broadcast it live, just record the game, send it to the SWAC, let them upload it underneath the SWAC umbrella, and then everybody can watch the spring games. So you're feeding. So listen, you know what that does? That allows you to have better commentary, right? Because now all your pundits can watch all the games and have a clear evaluation of whatever. So that means more content for all the SWAC contributors, right? We can do that. Then you give the SWAC. Now the SWAC is getting more hits, because now you have to go to the SWAC YouTube page or the SWAC website just to watch it. So now the SWAC is getting more traffic to their website. It's not rocket science, guys. And if I'm a Division II, we're definitely doing that. If I was a D2 commissioner, I am mandating for my schools to record their spring games and send them to us. There's Dropbox. There's WeTransfer. I don't want to give there's USBs. I'm so sick and tired of the freaking excuses of everybody got an excuse for everything. Everybody got an excuse for everything. Instead of doing right by the fan base so people can experience the spring game. Jesus Christ. The excitement is not just for people who go to the game. It's for everybody who is interested. Come on, man. It's not rocket science, bro. So shout out to the AD for doing it. Hopefully, FAMU will post theirs. Hopefully, Jackson. We know it ain't gonna be on ESPN. So I hope they don't put it behind a freaking paywall. Ashley Robinson. Do not put the spring game behind a paywall. If you do, can you make it $4.99, please? Can you make it $9.99, please? Don't have it as $19.99. Don't try to kill our pockets. You know what I'm saying? Don't put it behind a paywall, my boy. If you do, make the paywall cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So just little stuff like that, guys. I mean, if you cultivate your own fiends, then people know how to get the material. People can go find it. They can go get what they're looking for. But if nobody knows how to go find it, come on. Valley, you probably got one of the best productions. I hope your spring game is on YouTube. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Jesus freaking Christ. All right, some of the upcoming spring games. You got Jackson. I believe everybody is coming up this on the 15th. Jackson, FAMU, Alabama State. Now listen, there are just a few things. Where there's just a few. Hey, listen, man. Y'all AD doing the damn thing. Okay, I just want to make that very clear. I like Paul Bryant. I really do. I think he gets it. He kind of reminds me of like an older version of Ashley Robinson. You know, I think Ashley is taking a step back from the publicity since Deion has left, but I like what Paul Bryant is doing. He's making himself available to the community. He's putting his face out there. Like, that's what more ADs need to be doing. Tiffany from FAMU, do I think she was the best choice? Absolutely not. But I'm telling you, she is running with the job. I absolutely love what she is doing. Right? I absolutely love. She has ingratiated herself in the FAMU culture and community. She's at softball games. She's at baseball games. She's at basketball games, football games. She is absolutely everywhere. There needs to be more athletic directors doing that kind of work. You are in a customer service-based business. Be more customer friendly. Okay? Thank you. 7034 coming to you. Hey, calling you live.
Hey, Scotty, what's up, baby?
What's good? Talk to me.
Welcome back, man. Hey, I just got in and I had to fast forward the show to get on the line, man. Hey, just welcome back, man, and keep on doing what you're doing. I'm a little behind on the tape, so I just want to say, man, I understand we've all been there what you're going through, but man, you got this, man. You got a strong following. I got your back, and because of you, I've never really been to SWAC events, but this year my wife and we're going to attend 3 different SWAC football games.
Come on, now. That's what I like to hear. Get out there and support.
And that's all because of you and what you're doing. So, man, just keep the faith up, man, and God bless you. And yeah,
I love
you got this thing, man. Take care and God bless, man.
Hey, what games y'all going to?
We're going to go to the PB Grambling game. We're going to go to Jackson State's homecoming against, I believe, Alabama A&M, and I think we're going to catch a TSU game. Okay. We're going to go to Houston to catch a TSU game as well.
I love it. Hey, listen. You know, I talk a lot of smack about Jackson, but that homecoming is different. Okay, so just protect yourself. Okay, make sure you got. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Make sure you put Teflon, you know, on your car and your windows because they love busting out windows when they lose. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you got them like the puncture-proof tires. Make sure you got all that when you're gonna. But you're gonna love it though.
We're gonna have all that, Doc. We're gonna have all. We went to the SWAC championship game last year. We got there a little late, but we're gonna get there a little early this year so we go get one of them good old burgers.
That's
at
good.
That burger spot.
Yeah, go to
Stamps. A little late this year.
Yeah, go to Stamps. Gotta go to Stamps. Yeah, gotta go to Stamps. Make sure you get up in there.
Yeah, all right, Doc. Take care, man. Love you, man. Keep doing your hard work, man. You gonna be all right.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the call. Hey, listen, man. Listen. I'm just saying. Listen. When you go to Jackson, it's different. Okay. When you go to Jackson, it's different. They understand they know why you got a blicky. Okay, they understand why you got a blicky because Bama's got blickies. All right, so everybody got blickies down there. So make sure you got puncture-proof tires. All right, make sure you get your car aligned before and after when you touch down at Jackson. Okay, you get your car aligned before and you get your car aligned after you leave Jackson. Okay, I'm just telling you right now because I'm telling you. Your steering wheel gonna be like this, and your car gonna be going over here. So you have to, you know how you get your car aligned before and after, okay? Because that joker, your steering wheel be like this, going straight. That's not what you gotta. Your car be leaning over here. You gotta turn like this just to go straight. Woo! I'll be out in Madison, okay? I'll be out in Madison, okay? We be out in Madison and Flowood, all right? You know what I'm saying? And we go ahead and take that Uber. Listen. Okay, let me, I'm not a native, but let me tell you about Jackson a little bit, okay? Do not drive to the game. That's rule number 1 in Jackson. Do not drive your own vehicle to the game. Take your ass an Uber. If the game starts at 1, you need to be at the stadium at 10:30 to 11, especially on homecoming. Okay? If you are going to a Jackson game and the game started at 1, your ass need to be at the stadium 10 o'clock, 11, no later. No later. Okay? The reason I say don't take your car is this, because if you get stuck in traffic, you can just get out and walk to the game. I'm not saying don't drive your car because of, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it, but I'm not saying it. The reason I'm telling you to take an Uber is because if you come late and you get stopped in traffic, walk. You can just say, hey, that's what I did. I said, hey, let me out right here. And you can just literally walk to the game. So that's what I'm telling you, take an Uber so that if you get stuck in traffic, because literally me and Key was stuck on the on-ramp. All right. We were stuck in the on-ramp, like coming off the off-ramp. We stuck in the off-ramp going to Jackson. And we literally by the VA hospital, everybody from Jackson know what I'm talking about. By the VA hospital, right on that off-ramp, we literally just got out right there and walked the rest of the way to the stadium because it wasn't my car. You know what I'm saying? Bama's, listen, in Jackson, you can park. Bama's is parking in the median. There's grass. And Bama's is like, doom, parked. Get out, walk. They don't give a damn. Cops don't care. They don't care. But the VA hospital said you will not be parking in here. But I was going to use my military ID and be like, yo, let me get in. But anyway, all right. So yeah. Shout out to Miss Griffin about the Tuskegee AD is busy. Yes. Also, Virginia Union, their AD head coach for football, man, they putting out some great content, man. They're putting out some great content. You guys check that stuff out on Twitter. They are putting out some good stuff. All right, for Virginia Union D2. They're putting stuff out better than some of y'all D1 institutions, I'm telling you. I mean, they got like interviews and all type of stuff. So shout out to them as well. So, man, but yeah, back to the original part is just that you can, if the ADs have to understand, it is not about them. Nobody gives a damn about these ADs, okay? We just want you to do a good job and be customer service based, right? So at the end of the day, you should be Chick-fil-A. How can I help you? My pleasure. That's what these Bamas in HBCU need to understand. You are Chick-fil-A. How can I help you? My pleasure. All right? And you're not helping people by hiding the content. Okay? You're not helping anybody by hiding the content. So, here we go. So, listen. These are the questions coming up for these homecoming, these games, right? Jackson, right? The curse of prom, is it real?
No, I can promise you. Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crumble.
That is the question at Jackson. Is the curse of prom real? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been watching a couple of the stuff coming out of Jackson. It don't hit the same. Okay? It don't. I've been seeing some stuff coming out of Colorado. I will say it don't hit the same there either. I just want to be very transparent. I think the relationship need each other. I think one person that just so happens in 1400 Lynch Street needs it a little bit more, but both of the relationships, but the stuff coming out of Jackson don't hit the same. I'm just telling you right now. TC Taylor just don't got that energy. He's just too laid back. You know what I'm saying? It's just real mundane and like, hey, yeah, you know what? We come out here, we work. It just don't hit the same. All right. So I get it. It don't hit the same. But questions, the quarterback position, is Jason Brown the guy? Is Philip Short? You know what I'm saying? You already know about the Savion Wilkerson situation of the leading rusher leaving. Now they're bigging up J.D. Martin. I thought J.D. Martin 2 years ago was the guy, if I'm being honest. He really had a breakout in that A&M game and just hadn't seen much for him from there. So we'll see what that looks like going forward. And, you know, just the talent, how do they replace all the talent that they've lost, and are they still competitive? All right, FAMU, listen, losing Xavier Smith is bigger than what people think. Because Musa absolutely loved Xavier Smith to a fault to where he kind of force-fed Xavier Smith. So what does that look like for him going forward? Can he facilitate the rest of the receivers, give them the ball? Is Willie going Willie? Okay? Is Willie? That's the Easter weekend question. Is Willie going Willie? Okay, because word on the street is he got a nice back from Nebraska, Yance. From what I've been hearing, I went down there a couple of days. I mean, after Kofi's funeral, I stopped by fam, talked to a couple people, and they say, hey, the kid's 6'2", 220, runs like a deer. You know what I'm saying? So is he going to be committed to running the ball and establishing a running game? That is a question we will yet to see from Willie. All right. And defensively, how do they come back and get back into that groove? You know what I'm saying? Losing Isaiah Land, you know what I'm saying? And bouncing back on the D-line. And Isaiah Major taking that defense to another level as well. I think Kendall Bowler, listen, I love BJ. I didn't like him in the beginning. He kind of grew on me. But Kendall, oh, I love that kid. Kendall Bowler has, I don't want to say defensive player of the year because I don't think DBs just have that much of an impact. I mean, like, you would have to have, like, interception return for touchdowns and maybe, like, 5 or 6 picks. But he has first team all SWAC written all over him, and he probably has second team all FCS written all over him as well. The kid is 6'1", 6 foot. He runs like the wind, okay? Like, Kendall Bowler is that guy. So I think he has every bit of shutdown corner written on him. So let's see what the next step that he takes in his elevation as he grows in that FAMU defense and things like that. And, at the end of the day, once again, is Willie going Willie, and is Ryan Smith going to be the defensive coordinator for FAMU? Is he going to be creative and be different instead of just doing that too high simple safety look that he likes to do, or he brings his safeties down and leaves them guys on islands? We shall see. All right. And last but not least, Alabama State. Listen, man. Okay, so Coach Erod went from real estate agent to getting his name back. All right. But now, is he a legit coach and talent evaluator? Because to me, you could have put Eddie Robb in the same position as not Willie Simmons. You could have put Eddie Robb in the same position as Dooley, right? The only reason that Dooley doesn't get as much slack as he does is because he kind of backdoored his way into a SWAC championship. Eddie Robb didn't get a lot of slack for him because he had no chance of winning anything in the East. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it's FAMU and Jackson, and everybody else is just playing for, second. So to me, he dropped the ball in letting Miles Crawley go. He dropped the ball in starting Demetrius Davis over Miles Crawley. So now that you've put your eggs in this Demetrius Davis bandwagon, how far is this kid going to take you? Because last season, we come to find out he's injury prone. He's super duper short, and he's not accurate. You know what I'm saying? So it's those different attributes of the offensive side of the ball, your signal caller. How is he going to look? How is he going to take that next step forward? Because if he does not take the next step forward, Alabama State has no shot at winning the East. They have no shot at winning the East if he does not take the step forward. Now, defensively, replacing Jordan Nelson on that line, who for some reason didn't make first team all SWAC, anybody who did not vote for him is absolutely blind and don't know football. I want to make that very clear. Whoever, I don't know if it's all SIDs and all the pundits or whatever, cool. I'm not cool enough to vote, but I tell you one thing, y'all Bamas are not watching enough football. Anyway, so replacing Jordan Nelson, right? You got the freshman that should have probably been freshman of the year. The DB, I cannot remember his name right now. It's slipping my mind. Is it Isaac? Yeah, Isaac. All right. Him. You got Urshad Davis coming back. You have Bubba coming back. Isaac's the DB. I'm sorry. Adrian, thank you so much, Blue. Adrian Maddox. You got the freshman coming back, Adrian Maddox. You lose Isaac, the top level DB who got drafted by the USFL. You lost him. So replacing him is an issue. So listen, defensively, I don't think they're going to be too much of a problem. I think you still got the core. You got Urshad and Bubba, Ebony and Ivory. You know what I'm saying? You got those guys. You got Adrian Maddox, who's a freaking dog. I think he and Kendall Bowler right now, to me, are probably the two best DBs in the SWAC. So you got those guys. You got Adrian coming back. So how you replace on the outside? Who you going to put on the opposite side of Urshad Davis? Crazy in the box safety, probably one of the best tacklers in the SWAC as well. How they fortify that D line as well. But my thing is this, all right? That offensive line, right? How does that offensive line look protecting Demetrius? What do they do running the ball? Because you lose Santo. I believe Urshad comes back. I thought him and Bubba are on the same because I saw Coach G's from Draft HBCU. He said he's one of the top returning defensive players. So I believe Urshad is coming back. That's what Coach G put on his thing from Draft HBCU players. So I think he was rated the #1 safety by Pro Football Focus returning in HBCU. So anyway, thank you, Joshua. All right, so you have that. So a lot of your core is there, but realistically, it's not the defensive side of the ball that is a problem for Alabama State. It's the offense and what that offensive line is going to look like, what the running back is going to look like. You let Santo Dunn is gone. He should have been a very huge implemented part in that offense. You did not use him. And can we just say that the offensive coordinator at Alabama State has been atrocious up to this point? I think I can say that. Okay, the Morehouse guy who came from Morehouse and is at Alabama State currently has been atrocious to this point. So let's see what year 2 looks like for him, right? You got my guy, Keyshawn Johnson. I love that kid, okay? I absolutely love that kid. If he had a quarterback that could throw him the ball more often, he would be a top 5 receiver in the SWAC. Absolutely. You can bet your bottom dollar on that one. But it's what happens when you don't have a decent quarterback to get him the ball. All right. So you have that. So those are just some of the questions that are coming up in the spring game. I don't think all the questions are going to be answered in the spring games, but those are just some things you want to see. I'll tell you this. Demetrius Davis better have a damn good showing. Okay. And if I'm Coach Eddie Robb, I'm actually probably going to, I know this might sound bad, I'm probably going to kind of finagle it to look like Demetrius Davis is looking pretty good. I.e., I'm going to do what Deion Sanders did with Shador and Travis, and I'll put the 3rd string corner on my best receiver and just have Demetrius throw the ball. That's what I'm going to do. That's how I'll manipulate the situation, because you cannot have the Alabama State fans and some of the alums seeing $20,000 of NIL money go down the drain watching this kid play football. You can't. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? So I would try to manipulate the situation as much as possible just to have the excitement going into the season and excitement about Demetrius Davis, and not why we let Miles Crawley go down the highway to Grambling when he was the better quarterback. I'm just going to say that. And I want to say this for all the, I know, listen, we're talking about the coach that should not be named, but I want to make it very clear. Who was the only person championing every week that Travis Hunter is a better wide receiver than he is a DB? And just guess what Travis Hunter is playing at Colorado. And it don't start with a D and don't end with a B. So all you Bamas out there talking about, Scotty, you know what the hell you're talking about. I have been telling you Bamas from day one. Travis Hunter is a 5-star receiver. He is not a 5-star corner. Okay, I've been telling you that. All right, just want to say that. Just want to check that off. Just want to check that off one of my bandwagons. Another box that Scotty done checked off on this joker, because everybody be like, Scotty don't know what the hell he's talking about. But okay, I kept telling y'all, it's not a DB, but hey, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, going forward, we're still waiting for the answer. if anybody has any questions or answers to it, if Jackson is going to be on ESPN. Okay, no answers. Okay, just want to know. If it's on ESPN 10, just let me know. Okay, just give me the heads up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't buy that on my package. You know what I'm saying? I got ESPN Plus. I don't got ESPN 10. So if you guys are on ESPN 10, just let me know. Give me a heads up. Ashley, you got my number. Just give me a heads up if you're on ESPN 10. Okay, I just want to know. Just want to know. Hey, what's up, Monty?
What's going on, Scotty?
Chilling.
Cancel that APB. Cancel that APB.
So, do you have any information if Jackson is going on? Are they on ESPN? Do you know?
Breaking news: they are going on the WB network. Get that with your local TV antenna or hanger.
Oh.
That's all I got, brother.
Oh, thank you, Monty. I appreciate that for the update. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, so if you have a hanger, okay, and you got some aluminum foil, go to channel 7. All right, but you got to it's regional. Okay, it's regional. All right, it's regional. It's over the air. Okay, so if you're not in the regional area, you're not gonna pick it up. And when I mean regional, I mean right in the city of Jackson. If you're not in the city of Jackson, you can't be in Flowood. Can't be in Madison, okay? You got to be in Jackson, okay? Standing in a power hole with a hanger, with aluminum foil, getting the broadcast, okay? That's the only way you can see Jack State spring game. All right, because he who should not be named is not there anymore. So ESPN does not care anymore, okay? We do not care. All right, moving on. Top SWAC quarterbacks. Now, mind you, this is my list. Mind you, this is my list. All right. Top SWAC quarterbacks coming into 2023. All right. My list. Number 1, Jeremy Musa. All right. Now, with Musa is this, right? He's solid. He's reliable. He's dependable, but I still need to see what he looks like without Xavier. Okay, I just got to see it. I just got to see it. But as of right now, he has the production, he has the wins underneath his belt to classify him as the returning guy. Okay, number 2, and you all know it ain't never changed. Andrew Buddy, come on, man. It is Andrew till there's no Andrew no more. And you know this, man. Andrew Buddy. Number 2. Come on, man. It's Texas Southern. Okay? It's Texas freaking Southern. It's Texas Southern. It's Andrew playing Texas Southern on the freaking map. Come on, man. Let's not play this game. Number 3, Jason Brown. Now, a lot of people would say, hey, Scotty, I got to keep it a buck. I thought Jason Brown was one of the biggest pickups for a SWAC school, right? Because you need a competent quarterback. They lost Shador. I don't think he's Shador. Okay, let me be very, very clear. But he's a solid quarterback. He's been accomplished at the FCS level. And if they can build something around this kid, he can throw you 3,000 yards. He can throw you 2,500 to 3,000 yards easy. Okay, he has that type of arm and that type of ability. He didn't go FBS and come back FCS for no reason. All right, so Jackson State's quarterback, I believe he will be the starter. So definitely somebody you should be looking into coming into this season of 2023. All right, number 4. Tyler Macon. Blue talked about their spring game. I think To me, he's returning. All right, or coming into 2023. All right, so I think Tyler Macon adding to what Alcorn does in that RPO style and the running attributes of what adding to Jarvion Howard. If this guy pans out the way they hope and the way they think, and adding him with Jarvion Howard, Tyler Macon, and Alcorn could be very, very, very dangerous if they can get those two guys on the same page. And offensively, Elliot Rotten or Rattan, whatever his name is, can cost some freaking games. All right, because this play caller has been absolutely atrocious. I don't know why McNair still continues to stay with that white man, but hey, we'll just say that. Because I tell you one thing, if that white man was the head coach and people was feeling about McNair the way people feel about Elliot Rotten at OC, that man would not have his loyalty to Fred McNair. Shout out to Fred McNair for being a real one, for keeping his OC. But I'm telling you right now, if that white man was the head coach at Alcorn, Fred McNair would be fired. Fired, okay? Fired. So, but hey, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. Oh, he should have been fired. Marsh from Texas Southern should have been fired. It's just because these Bamas is white. If these Bamas was not white, these Bamas would be fired. Trying to tell y'all, man. Grilling me this morning, man. Bamas, that Bama suck. Making my boy Andrew look like who done it and why. Andrew's so damn good. He is outplaying his OC. His OC is calling plays to lose the game, and Andrew just being amazing. It's just crazy. I ain't never seen a guy outplay their OC. Who does that? This Bama calling bad plays, but Andrew just turns it into who done it and why. Come on, man. How you go for going toe-to-toe with Akil Glass, you know what I'm saying? Go toe-to-toe with Akil Glass, putting up points, and then all of a sudden, can't throw the ball. You see what I'm saying? Stop it, man. Stop it. Absolutely not. Hey, Quincy's still my guy, okay? Quincy's still my guy. The Bama still can throw the ball like nobody's business. I just got to see. He just got to get better when the bullets flying, baby. He just got to get. Let's be very clear. Quincy got A&M over the Grambling hump. Akil had never beat Grambling. Connor Maynard had never beat Grambling. My boy Quincy came in off the bench, beat them in overtime. Stop playing with my man. All right. He just got to get more opportunities and be more consistent. Stop playing with my guy. Okay. The boy can still throw a ball. He did lose the Jackson State game. And I will admit that. I will take ownership for that. And I came at his ass because of that, because I've seen him throw better. But other than that, he has been killing. Stop. He did his thing. So stop playing with me. All right. And last but not least, Miles Crawley. Listen, I am a fan of M7, right? Me and my family are already on the bandwagon. Let me show you something. Me and the fam are already on the Miles. We on the Miles Crawley bandwagon, baby. Okay? You see that? You see that? We on the Miles Crawley bandwagon. Okay? So, we here. So, I think Miles Crawley, to me, if I'm being honest, talent-wise, he's top 3 talent. In my opinion, I think Miles Crawley is top 3 talent. Okay. Oh my freaking God. Oh my God. Y'all better get on my nerves. Listen, I'm on the Miles Crawley bandwagon. I've liked Miles Crawley even after the game against Jackson at the homecoming when they were at Jackson. I thought he did really well for a freshman quarterback to come in against that team and throw against Jackson. And if we're being honest, he was the first quarterback. Listen to me very carefully. He was one of the first quarterbacks that actually threw at Dejon Nugget and completed passes against Nugget as a freshman. Okay, as a freshman, and that team was rolling. So I think talent-wise, Miles Crawley is that guy. You're talking about a 6'5", 215 quarterback, great arm, mobile. Miles Crawley he's what you build on Madden, okay? He's what you build on Madden. You're like, hey, if you want a prototypical guy, you build a Miles Crawley, and he's like that. So I'm on that. I'm on the Miles Crawley bandwagon. Call me a spade. Hopefully Hugh Jackson doesn't make me look crazy. I think Miles got it. I think talent-wise, he got it. Okay, that's just me. Now, honorable mention, PV, Trazion Conley. All right. I think Conley is a good leader. Right? I think he leads his team. He leads his team very well. He does what the team asks him to do. I think Conley has to get out that he has to talk to the coaches to get him out of that I'm a running quarterback box, because I mean, he has made some throws that I'm just like, wow, that's a nice throw, but you just don't see the consistency, and they don't ask him to do that consistently. Now, do I think he's going to throw for 2,000 or 3,000 yards? Absolutely not, because when you just add Caleb Johnson from Valley, who's good for 20 to 25 carries a game, I'm not about to ask you to throw the ball 30 times. It just don't make no damn sense. I got a guy who literally can tote the ball 30 times. Like, I'm not about to make you, I'm not even going to ask you to throw the ball 20 times. You know what I'm saying? You might throw the ball 12 times because I'm about to run the hell out of this ball. And that's just what the PV style is. So I don't think PV will ever buy into Conley being a distributor of the rock. And that falls back on just what they just defense and run the football. But I do think he's a great leader. I do think that if you actually go back and watch the Valley game, he kind of tried to put that team on his back. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that, he was making plays. He was holding calls and some big time flags that came up. But I mean, I think the kid's a gamer. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple games. I'm just like, wow, he's a gamer. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So we'll see how it all looks going into 2023. Those are my SWAC QBs that I'm interested in coming into the SWAC 2023. Who I'm interested in seeing do big things. Right. So you already know I'm rocking with my boy Andrew, and I'm rocking with my boy Miles. So those are my guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming into the list. Can't do a list. Hey, the Bama's ain't got no quarterbacks. It's Davius Richards and then everybody else. Everybody else, you're like, oh, I don't even know who they start. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do the MEAC list. You know what I'm saying? But is South Carolina State bringing back? I don't even think they're bringing back the Fields. Is Corey Fields even still there? I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally Davius Richard and then everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So, I forgot they got Quay Davis. Oh, yeah. I don't trust Marsh, though, but I forgot they had Quay Davis. But, you know what I'm saying? It'll literally Davius Richards. And that's it. So he's just like, all right. And then you just pick everybody else's backup quarterback or who you think might start. So it's just like, I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? So who to say he even going to start? Because they were swapping him out with the freshman. You know what I'm saying? So Phil's been practicing, but watch out for freshman QB coming in, big potential. Hey, listen, okay, let's talk about potential. And I'm going to say this. There's a quarterback that Morgan State got. I believe he's from Maryland as well. I liked his tape. They signed him this year. I think he can be a huge asset to them. If I was Morgan State, I would try to get a transfer guy that was just kind of steady the ship until he was ready. That's just me. But the Southern quarterback position to me is, I think, and he was going right where you were going, right where I was about to go. I think that probably is going to be another carousel again. Now, do I think Dooley is going to hitch his bandwagon to one guy as quickly as he did Bashawn McCray? No, I don't. Because I think he sees the problem in doing that. But I will say, listen, Dooley, if you're a quarterback and Dooley picks you, you got to respect the fact that he'll ride with you, right? But at the same time, it's just like, will he make the hard decision when it needs to be done? Now, Perry, and I've talked to Perry, says Harold Blood. I've talked to some guys from Southern. They say Harold Blood as well. And I'm going to be real. G from HBCU, not GSPN. Okay, not GSPN. That's my guy, but not G from Alcorn. No, another G. Coach G from Draft HBCU Players. He's high on Noah. He's high on Noah about it. But Noah's always had the same issues. Accuracy. And I think BJ said it, is like he's a 15-year-old in a Lamborghini. Like, he has all this talent and potential. He just doesn't know how to control it. And hopefully Willie Titan can get him on board, because Willie was a gunslinger as well. But my honest belief is that they should, I'm gonna preface my comments. If Zay, the freshman coming in, right? They got a freshman from Scotlandville, right down the street from Southern. If he comes in to fall practice and everybody is even, you should go with the freshman. That's just my personal opinion. But I believe if Zay, Noah, and Harold, and they have another kid from Atlanta coming in as well, if they are all even, I'm going with Zay, because he's the most explosive player, and that kind of fits what he wanted in Bashawn McCray, with the big playability with your feet. And Zay brings that with his legs. Now, how he is with his arm and consistency, we shall see. Can he pick up the playbook? We shall see. It shouldn't be that hard, because Dooley don't be running no complicated schemes, if I'm being honest. So, but if everything is even, I think Zay should be starting. That's just my personal opinion. I think he's just that explosive as a guy, and I would live with him making mistakes and building than going with a Harold Blood, who I kind of know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather give that freshman a leg up, you know what I'm saying, to where, because one, you don't want to waste the talent, but they got a lot of talent. Southern has a lot of talent. Their running back room is crazy. So you could actually, it would have been huge. It would have been huge to see him play in the spring. Absolutely huge. But their running back room is so deep that you could put me at quarterback and just ask me to throw 12 times, and I can hand that thing off. I could be, Bo, how you want it? Counter? You can, listen, they got like 4 running backs. So, and I'm talking about 4 legit guys, not scrubs. You got Liggins, Rhymes, Sims, Dillon. You got a lot of guys. So, first of all, Southern should be a run-first team anyway this year. I don't give a damn what Dooley thinks about. They should be a run-first team, period. Okay? This is the year you need Jatari Carter. All right? But if they can establish the run and make it easy for their quarterback, I think if you add Zay to that mix, it could be something really, really special. I'm just curious. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I know he's an offensive minded guy, wants to throw the ball and things like that. But I just think when your team is telling you that it is a run first team, you need to establish that really quickly and early and give your quarterback some easy looks, because we all know what happens when you can establish the run. That extra safety comes down. It's easier to read. You know they're in man. You know there's one safety high. They ain't going to try to confuse you because they're scared of you running the ball down their throat. And you can ask Zay, you can ask Blood, you can ask Noah or whoever to make the easy read and an easy throw. So throw all that extravagant stuff out the window. What the girl from Blindside, run the damn ball. Okay? Run the ball. That's what Southern needs to do. So I'm excited to see what that looks like going forward and see if it's too many times that OCs and offensive coordinators, yeah, Mr. Campbell knows about game managers. Rashawn McKay! Mr. Campbell, FAMU knows all about game managers, okay? They had a good one. They had the best. All right. So, what bothers me is offensive. Now, listen to me. I want to listen carefully because I don't want this. Offensive coordinators are going to recruit players that fit their scheme. That's just football 101. Coaches and offensive mind, it's the same thing defensive side of the ball. I'm going to get guys that fit my scheme, right? Got it. But if you can't find the premier guy that fits your scheme, then you have to manipulate, or if you just have such a special talent that you're like, man, this kid is special, I have to do something different, right? Then you have to manipulate your offense or defense around said special player, right? So, good example. I like Kendall Bowler. I think he's a shutdown. I've seen him play man. I've seen him play zone. So what you could do with somebody like Kendall is you could flood one half of the field and maybe leave a linebacker underneath of him so he don't have to worry about the slants, and you just let Kendall do everything else over top. Hey, Kendall, you play everything over the top. Anything below 10 yards, you got a linebacker that's buzzing underneath of you, so you can kind of play off, but you just look for everything over top, right? That's how you benefit a player's abilities. So now he's only thinking about if you go deep and if you come short, all I got to do is make the tackle because I got somebody buzzing underneath it. It's going to be a hard throw. I come in, I make the tackle. That's building something around a player, right? I.e., if you're talking about Andrew Body, right? So it's like, okay, what does Andrew do well? Let me build it around Andrew. Hey, what did you do in high school? What did you like to throw? What are some of the concepts? That's how OCs and DCs are supposed to work with one another, especially if you have a special talent, right? That's why you always saw Jackson State build their offense around what Shedeur does very well. You rarely saw Shedeur take 7-step drops. You rarely saw Shedeur roll out and move and throw. You rarely saw that. Even though he could do that, you build it around your star player of what they do very well. So all I'm saying is this: when you're asking your OC or DC to be more involved and to be more forward thinking, is, hey, this is what I have to work with. How can I build it around what I have? How can I build it around what I have already? And how can I make my special player special? Right? How can I make my special player special? And that's what I'm not seeing from a lot of offensive coordinators, or where they make this thing difficult to where they want to do something that is totally against what their team is built to do, right? Good example. Grambling last year should not have thrown the ball as much as they should have. They had running back galore. Looked like running back university. They should have just handed the ball off to Lamborghini, Chalk, and Maurice. Should have just handed the ball off. But when talking to Simon, he said, hey, Hugh knew he couldn't get a quarterback in there, right, if we ran the ball 30 times. Understandable. So he took the L. He was like, hey, I gotta take the L on this. I can't force feed the run because I won't be able to draft or won't be able to recruit a quarterback because like, why would I come there? You don't throw the ball enough. So I got that. This year, you got Miles. Let that thing. I still believe. Listen, this will be the perfect offense for Grambling, in my personal opinion. Let Miles throw the ball about no more than 25 times. That should be his ceiling. Unless it becomes a shootout, Miles Crawley should not be throwing the ball more than 25 times because you still got Chalk, you still got Lamborghini, you still got, good backs to take the pressure off of him, right? So you want to see Miles around 17 to 25, 18 to 25, you know what I'm saying? 15 to 20, 17 to 20, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 210, 205, and then running the ball for 175, 150. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need. It needs to be a very balanced attack, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to Grambling's offense. If I was with Andrew, we might throw the ball 30 times. Why? Because Andrew's just that special. I might throw the ball 30 times. If I'm with Musa, I might throw the ball 30 times, depending on if he can read it. If he can read it or not. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends. If I had Demetrius Davis, he wouldn't throw the ball more than 15 times. He might not even get to 15. We might be at 12. He might be 9 of 12 for 98, 115 yards, and we running the hell out that thing, okay? Like, let's just, you get me? Jason Brown, he might have 30 attempts. You see what I'm saying? So it all depends on the quarterback. Can you trust your quarterback to make, you know what I'm saying? You might have Jason Brown go for 32 attempts. He's 25 or 32, 23 or 32. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. So for maybe 290, 275, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 300 yards. So it all depends on the quarterback that you have and the system that you're trying to run and where you feel you fall in and out of. You know what I'm saying? So, but for real, for Demetrius, it's no way I'll have Demetrius throw the ball 15 times. It's no way. It's no, unless he's taking that step forward, there's no possible way I'm having him throw the ball 15 times. It's just every pass over 15 is like Pro Football Focus saying I'll have more ability to lose. That's what it would tell me. That's just me personally. But that has been my time. Listen, I'm trying to come up. Oh. Got one more thing before I get up out of here. I saw this, right? HBCU NIL. HBCU commissioners working together on NIL deals in sport growth. Let me blow that up so you guys can go. This is Associated Press. I saw this in the Clarion Ledger. Shout out to Yard Talk for sending it to me. All right. Let me say this before I get up out of here. All right. I'm talking to all 4 commissioners, especially the light-skinned Bama from the SWAC. You Bamas are worried about the wrong thing. I'm going to say that again because I know people in the chat are like, oh, my God, Scotty, this is great. They're worried about the wrong thing, okay? You're putting the cart before the horse. You should be focused on the product of what you have already. You should be trying to build an infrastructure of HBCU content. Content is today's gold. Content, media content is today's currency. So you're worried about the wrong thing. I don't give a damn that there's women at the, oh my God, Scotty, there's a woman in the mirror. There's a woman. I don't give 2 shits. Your focus is on the wrong thing. You should be focused on how to build your own infrastructure of content. That includes, how do we get our football games broadcasted outside of ESPN? How do we make money off the stuff that we already have to produce? What is the best way to reach our fan base? How can they buy content? How can they buy merch? How can they buy jerseys? You're trying to make money on NIL deals, right? That's all regional based. HBCU stuff is 9 times out of 10 is regional based, right? It's not a national based thing. You can't be, it's not many people in Montana, you know what I'm saying, buying Tuskegee merch, okay? So what you should be focused on is, if you're looking for NIL deals, you need to look for local partnerships, banks, local regional banks, local car dealerships, local stuff that people in the region can benefit off of doing that, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for NIL deals, that's how I would try to partner with local companies and entities and things like that. Or you can try to get with the big deals and get part of their black media budget of advertising, but you're going to have to go through the hoops. 9 times out of 10, everybody in those offices don't know how to negotiate those deals. That's why I'm not telling them to go get big media deals, because why? They don't know how to negotiate it. None of the Bamas in the CIAA, the SIAC, the SWAC, the MEAG, none of them Bamas know how to negotiate for shit, okay? So they need to get a consultant for that type of stuff. They're not doing that. That's neither here nor there. But what they can affect and what they can do is worry about the content and product of sports that they're putting out. There's no reason why there should not be a hub. If you want to build something, build a hub of football information. Build a hub of HBCU content. That's what you should be doing. You should be reaching out to all the people that you think, oh, man, I give out too much free game. I really do. Listen, the biggest thing is this, all right? The biggest thing is this, is that you need to have, nope, I'm not going to say it. Bump all that. Bump all that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the information, and then people are going to be like, Scotty, I'm hating, or I don't know what the fuck, excuse me, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, right? And then next thing you know, somebody steals my idea, and now they acting like they did it. So no, I'm not going to give you that. All I'm saying is build your content, but I got something for that. Oh, I got something coming for that ass. I'm going to help you, and I'm going to do it myself, all right? So listen, until, what is Sandra doing over there? Nothing but trying to put tennis on championships. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to put tennis on. Well, our tennis game was broadcasted nationally. I give a damn about tennis. Anyway, shout out to you, Kofi. Only you cared about tennis. Nobody else cared about tennis, all right? Anywho, hey, listen, guys, that's been my time. Until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless. I ain't going to be gone too long. So when some foolishness pop off, make sure you hit me. Hey, listen, if you want to get in contact with me, make sure you text that number above. You can always hit me up. I always respond. Everybody knows what it is. I send out a mass text telling everybody Happy Easter. So like I said, if you want to get in contact with me or want to talk to me, or you want to just tell me you don't like me, you can always text me right now. I definitely will respond. All right, so listen, as always, man, God bless.